Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you some Scandinavian wood Christmas or winter DIYs. I'm so excited about these. It is also a part of collaboration with a bunch of other YouTubers. I'll talk about it a little bit later. Let's go ahead and get started. DIY number 1. For this project, I am going to be using these three smaller size dowels from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to create kind of a triangle, and I will mark where I need to cut the bottom one. First, I'm going to take a hot glue and glue the pointy top actually of this that is going to be a Christmas tree, and then I am just securing with more hot glue. After that, I'm cutting off that third dowel, and I will sand it a little bit with the sanding block, and then I will add it on the bottom using a hot glue as well. I didn't want to add too much hot glue, just enough to keep it secure. After that, I'm taking that leftover of the third dowel, and I am going to attach it on the bottom to be like a stem of the Christmas tree. Okay, now that we have this, wherever you have more glue that you want to have, you can just cut it out. I used over here this box cutter. That's what I had on hand. You can use X-Acto knife or something like that, just to make it more smooth. Now I'm taking this chalk paint by Martha Stewart in a color gray, and I am painting this Christmas tree, or actually wooden triangle shaped Christmas tree. After it was all done, I'm taking a bamboo skewer and I'm measuring how much I need to cut to fit perfectly inside. After I cut it out, I'm going to go ahead and get, I sand it a little bit, then I'm going to go ahead and get antique wax by Folkart, and I will just give it one coat. After I was done with this and when everything was dried, I am taking some beads, wooden beads, and I'm going to take 2 large ones and 3 smaller ones. I cannot tell you exact dimensions, but this is really up to you which one you're going to use. So I'm taking large, small, large, and 2 small ones, and I am measuring where I want them to go. And then I am adding a hot glue in a hole of the last bead on the bottom. And then when I was happy with it, I am going to attach, using a hot glue, this bamboo skewer right in the middle of the Christmas tree, like I'm showing you over here. Okay, now that everything is nice and secured, I'm gonna go ahead and get a wood round. I already had this on hand. This one is from Arteza, but I know you can buy them anywhere. Now, since this one has this hole, I decided to use a piece of wooden dowel and hot glue and put it inside. And when everything was dried, I sanded it a little bit. And then after that, it wasn't even that much visible, and it was covered. Next thing to do will be just to add a hot glue in the middle of the wood round and attach my Christmas tree. After that, I decided to take a small, very small pine cone, and I actually added it right where the Christmas tree meets the wood round. And after that, this project will be completed. I love how it turned out. You guys know, if you're following me for a while, that I like minimalist decor. I really like simple decor. I love working with wood. That's something that I always loved. And this is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I really hope, guys, you like it. But as always, I would like to hear your opinion down in the comments below. And this video is part of a collaboration, Christmas Around the World collaboration with these wonderful ladies. Each of us had to choose one area of the world that we got inspired for this Christmas season and create the DIYs for it. The person that got us all together is my dear friend CJ over at CJ DIY channel. I'm going to link her channel in the description box, as well as the playlist for this collaboration, so you can see what everybody created. I'm sure everybody came up with amazing ideas. Also, there is a giveaway. I'm going to link the rules. Actually, I'm going to post the rules in the description box, and here they are also. The only thing you have to do is watch everyone's videos and answer actually put in a comment the secret word. My secret word will be joy. This is a joyful season, so I really like to use this word. So make sure you comment to each and every video with a different secret word you're going to hear in their videos. Okay, DIY number 2. I'm using this piece of wood that I had, a scrap wood that I had on hand, and I'm going to go ahead and give one coat of this Rust-Oleum chalk paint in a linen white color. And I wanted a full coverage, but since this wood is not really sanded down or anything, there is imperfections, I was totally fine with that. After it was dried, I am using my sander and I'm just sanding edges, making it, and all over actually, I wanted to make it look rustic for sure. Okay, after I was done with all this, this is how it looks like. I'm going to be using this cutout of a cross. It comes in a package of 2. It is actually made out of leather, and I actually got it from Hobby Lobby on a clearance for 99 cents, but usually it's $3.99, so it's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and use a hot glue to attach it on the top portion of my wood block. And after that, I'm going to be using these thumbtacks in kind of a dark bronze color. And I'm going to push each in one end of the cross. Now, some were easy to go in, some were not so easy, but either way, this is how it looks like when it was done. And I thought the only thing to add will be to add the jute twine on the bottom to wrap it several times and attach with a hot glue on the back. And this is going to be it for this project. If you know anything about Scandinavian decor, it is all about making it simple, natural as possible. So using wood, using leather, using all the natural products, like if you have wool or yarn, anything like that. So that's why I decided to use pretty much mostly wood in my project. I added leather as well. And I'm very happy so far with everything, how it turned out. I am really liking this style. And also, if you're following me, you know I always like to incorporate Jesus and a cross in my DIYs. So this is one of them as well. As always, I would like to hear from you. What do you think about this one? If you're new and if you're coming from this collaboration, welcome. I'm Jelena. I always loved crafting and doing DIY projects, and everything is on a budget. Very, very neutral and simple decor, inexpensive, mostly rustic and farmhouse style. So if something like that interests you, please give this video a thumbs up and my other videos. Also subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. Don't forget to click on that notification bell on for more updates. Okay, DIY number 3. For this project, I went ahead and got a bunch of these sticks from our yard. I cut them in 2 different sizes, actually approximate different sizes, and I'm gonna go ahead first and lay them down in a rectangle shape to create a frame. And then when I'm happy with the way everything looks like, I'm gonna start gluing it. I decided to use a hot glue and just put a little dab where the branches meet. So I didn't want it to be visible, but I wanted it to be secured, of course. So I went around and put a hot glue, like I said, everywhere where the branches meet. And when I was completely done with this, I'm going to show you in just a second. This is how it looks like. Okay, next thing, I will take this decorative wicker balls, I guess, from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take a jute twine. And I will take first strand and then just poke it through the wicker ball, cut off the excess, and then I'm gonna tie a knot right on top, and then I will use a bead to put it over there. First I use a large one and a smaller one, but then I realized to go ahead and go with just a smaller one because I didn't want that to stand out. I wanted those wicker balls to stand out. Now I am putting all 3 of them in 3 different heights. The middle one will go all the way down, and I'm just wrapping the jute twine right on top using a hot glue to secure it. When I was completely happy with the way this looked like and when it was glued in place, I'm gonna start doing the same thing with the left one. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the third one. Like I said, just in a different height. And guys, that's going to be it for this project. I wanted this one to be very simple again, like all my other projects, but to reflect that Scandinavian wooden Christmas theme. And I cannot be happier the way it turned out. I had really vision what I wanted to make, and all of these projects turned out even better, honestly. But please tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about this project? And also tell me what you think about generally of Scandinavian decor style and Scandinavian Christmas decor style, actually. Do you like it? Would you try it? DIY number 4. For this project, I'm using these 2 wood blocks that I had on hand. They're different sizes, and also I already had this one that looked like a triangle. And I'm going to just sand them down a little bit because they were pretty rough from cutting. Okay, after I was done with this, I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 wood blocks and this wood tint from by Folk Art. It is in a color gray, and I will just stain it with it. I went ahead and gave it 2 coats because I wanted that gray color to really show through, but also wood grain to be visible as well. This triangle, I will go ahead and use antique wax by Folk Art, and I will also stain it all the way around. Okay, now I wanted to create, I didn't have another triangle shaped part, so I decided to take 12 of these Jenga blocks, and I will hot glue first 3 together and then other 3, and then I'm going to put them together in a large rectangle, and I'm going to do the same thing with another set. And then after it was done, this is how it looks like, and I'm going to also give it one good coat of this antique wax. Okay, when everything was done, this is how everything looks like. Now I'm going to start assembling my houses. First one is very simple. I'm just going to attach that triangle, actually triangle shaped roof on the top, and then the other one I'm going to create from these Jenga blocks. I will just put them together and then attach to my block like I'm showing over here. Okay, when everything was done, I'm going to go ahead and get Rust-Oleum chalk paint in a linen white color and a chippy brush from the Dollar Tree. First, I'm going to distress it and then also add more paint on some edges to look like snow was falling. I did similar thing in my last video on a Christmas tree, and everybody loved it, and I loved it too. So I'm doing the same thing on the other one as well. And I'm going to leave this to dry. After that, I'm taking another chippy brush, and I will take antique wax, and I will just distress the base of these houses, actually those wood blocks, just a little bit. I didn't want them to be completely plain. I want them to look rustic. Okay, after this was done, I'm taking a very small pine cone, and I will attach it on the roof of the first house. That's going to be representing chimney. And then on the other one, I had a little bit of greenery attached to the pine cone as well, and I'm going to put that inside of the roof right there, attaching with a hot glue, and that's going to be it for these 2 cute houses. I love them. I think they're gorgeous, very simple. These can be for winter, not just only for Christmas. Actually, a lot of these projects that I made today can be for winter as well. I hope you like them, and tell me in the comments down below your thoughts. If you're on social media, I want to invite you to come and join me. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. And also my regular upload times are Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Today's video was just extra video for you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the last DIY for today, DIY number 5. For this DIY, I'm using these cutouts in the shapes of Christmas tree and snowflakes. I'm gonna put them in a row in a pattern to alternate them, and then I'm taking jute twine from the Dollar Tree. And first, I didn't want to just go ahead and glue it. I wanted to wrap it once and then glue in the back to secure it, because I wanted all these pieces to stand out straight. So I made a little space in between each, and I'm doing the same thing. So as you see over here, I'm starting in the back, wrapping around, and then just add a little hot glue in the back. That way all of them face the same way and they're not just dangling around. Okay, so I did this to all of these. And then when I was completely done, it is going to be time to create tassels. I've created tassels many times on my channel and explained everything, and I'm sure you've seen on other channels as well. So I'm gonna just quickly show you how I'm doing it over here. So I'm gonna take this white, off-white jute twine, almost like ivory color jute twine from the Dollar Tree, or actually cotton twine, sorry. And then I'm wrapping it around 20 times. I'm using dowel just to keep it in place. And then I'm taking another piece of twine, and I'm just tying a knot and wrapping it a few times around right below the top edge, attaching it with, or actually securing it with a hot glue. After it was done, I'm going to cut off the loops on the bottom, and then I will just make it straight by cutting a straight line. And I definitely need new scissors because these are not cutting as well anymore. And I created 2 of these because each is going to go on one end. Now I'm taking 2 beads, I'm putting them through first. Then I am looping this jute twine through the top of the tassel, tying a knot and wrapping the rest around several times, and then securing it with a hot glue. I also push the beads down as much as possible, and then I put a little bit of hot glue on the top bead just to make sure it doesn't move. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other end. And after that, you will see how both of these look like. Very cute and beautiful. And that's going to be it for this project. It's actually a beautiful garland that can go you know, on any shelf, on a Christmas tree, or on just, you know, anywhere. I absolutely love it. It is so simple. And I want to hear what you guys think. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And don't forget to check out my playlist in the description box for all the videos, as well as don't forget to enter for the giveaway. All the details for the giveaway are in the description box. Make sure to check that out as well. Thank you everyone for collaborating with me in this beautiful collaboration. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe, and I've gotten you a present that I put on